NeonicVoid Productions presents.
Welcome to Spookocalypse. I am one of your hosts, Bunyip, and I am with three of our usual hosts, as well as one additional person. Would y'all kindly introduce yourselves? Zio, go first. Y'all only take the initiative, so I'm just gonna be like, you go first, and then you go third.
Wow. Hi, I'm full of sass. Zia, what's goes poppin'? Just, it's a vibe.
It's like, hi, and I'm full of ass, so I'm housekeeper.
Oh no. God, this is gonna be an episode.
Yes, and I'm Chairman.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. I don't have some weird.
It's okay. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody.
I mean, period. And last but not least, today we have a special guest, the Antichrist himself, or themselves.
Hi, I'm OmegaBlack. I do art on Twitter.
We love that. That's given the same energy as Rar.
Just imagine the end days come and like all the things happen, and then you just hear, "Ow!" Like, oh no!
Hello,
it's the Antichrist.
It's the fucking Antichrist.
Jesus, take the wheel, please.
Jesus, who's he?
You can't take the wheel.
You can't take the wheel no more. He's not here.
Anyway, so before we begin today's episode, housekeeper, take it away.
If you like this podcast, make sure you follow and rate us on whatever site you listen to your podcast. Share with your friends. New episodes get uploaded every Saturday. Links are down in the description for other podcasts that are part of the Neonic family. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at Spookocalypse. That's at SPOOKOCALYPSE. We also have a YouTube. If you're from YouTube, hello, hi, how are you? The links are in the link in the description will lead you to our link tree, which will send you to where all of our other shows are. We do spooky shit, and mints are going to be on the pillow.
Now, because we have a special guest, Omega, what is the flavor mint today?
You know that smell that happens in a house that you haven't walked into in a really long time? It's like mildewy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That, but like it has like it's a hint of cherry.
Fantastic. I love that.
We love.
Oh my god, I know exactly what that flavor is. I have a coffee that tastes like that.
Why?
So great grandma's uncleaned house with cherry candles. Okay.
So our the local famous Texas grocery store, they have seasonal flavors for like their coffee and shit, and they have one that's called like Christmas Kiss, and it's supposed to taste like those cherries that have like the alcohol in them. But whenever you like drink it with anything, it tastes exactly the way Omega described that mint. It tastes like how an old abandoned house smells like, with a hint of cherry.
What in the Texas?
Yeah. It tasted good in the sample, and I was like, ooh, bet. And I had it with like hazelnut cream and everything, because that's my favorite cream. And I make it at home, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm literally just putting it in my Keurig. Why are you not working?
That's gross.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I threw it away.
Anyways.
Waste for fucking $7.
Damn. Getting gypped for $7. So, hi, welcome everybody, and hi, welcome Omega. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! You are officially our first guest on this podcast. Woo!
Aw.
Yay!
On a whim, mind you, because we did the episode on
Art.
art as a topic, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder, and that's when I'm like, I got the bright idea literally as we were recording. I wonder if Omega would want to be on a podcast because that would be fucking lit.
Yeah, no, it was a great podcast. I listened to it and it gave me such a fat head with ego that I was like, okay, I have to do a podcast now. I have like this. I've never been asked. Actually I've been asked before, but I said no because like it was some weird like NSFW podcast.
Oh
Oh.
And I was like, not today.
no! Thank you though.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate the thought, but you know.
I would have been the first male on there, I think, from the other episodes I saw, but I wouldn't know what to talk about. So once I listened to the podcast, I was like, okay, this is cute. I'm hearing people talk about my art, and it made me feel on the inside really good.
Aw.
I don't know. It kind of like made me feel like, you know what? I really am doing that. I'm making art. So I was like,
Go,
okay,
girl. Give us everything.
give us everything and nothing at the same time.
I mean, I'm living
I
and
know
dying. I'm a corpse.
I still stand by what I said. I'm all like, why are there not enough notes on your post on Tumblr? I'm like, this is a crime.
That's why I gave up on Tumblr.
I was like, this is such a crime. Like, I'm so angry.
I literally didn't get any like validation, so I was like, not for me.
Yeah. And it's hard because, like, most people just like stuff, and that's not going to spread anything. You have to, like, reblog them on Tumblr for anybody to see anything, which is a huge issue with their whole system.
I think I've had art stolen on there. I think that's it.
That's yeah.
Sue them. Drag them to hell. Off with their head.
It's a trash website, and I don't understand why everybody who's still on there, including myself, is still there. To be honest.
Fair.
Anyway.
So to start things off, Omega, if you want to give yourself a proper introduction on what you do, and then we'll go further. For those listeners who didn't listen to the art episode, which if you haven't, what are you doing? It's a crime.
Pause this right now and go and listen to that episode. Period.
What? Let me look up what number episode that is. Hold up. I got the thingy up right now. Go back and listen to episode 102. Episode 102. Art Thou. Go listen to that and come back. And then you'll know who we're talking to. But to give a more detailed introduction, it's your moment.
Yeah. As I said before, I'm Omega Black. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Not really. My mom follows me on there, so I don't really post as much.
Fair.
I'm like an internet person. I think that's all I feel really when it comes to doing art. I just make art. I guess I'm an internet person because I have a lot of people following me, and that's it.
Fair.
I'm not like out here trying to free people's minds or do anything really specific. I'm just making art that I think is cool, and I think people's reactions to it gives me a lot of validation. So I like making scary stuff. I don't know all the time, but it's definitely the thing that gets the most reactions.
Yeah.
So I would say that's as in-depth I can get with myself because I'm very unaware of myself. So that's why when I listened to you guys talk about me, I was like, wow, maybe I'm really good at this. But yeah, I'm very I'm like Azathoth, just kind of floating in the vastness of the cosmos, just sleeping and not knowing how I'm just doing things. But I guess I'm an artist.
Fantastic. Love the Azathoth reference.
Yeah,
He's a king.
Same.
We stand Azathoth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess to go on further, what is the red place? As I'm looking at your Twitter, what's the red place?
It's something I put in my Twitter
Mhm.
for a reference for something that won't be a thing until very, 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 very far into the future.
Oh.
Oh.
Everything I've been doing is leading up to something, but I don't want people to know what that is or what I could be referencing until like years later, when at some point it's kind of put together and people are like, well, I can look through all his like art now and like see everything from like years ago. Makes sense now.
Huh.
Like all the theories that are gonna pop up from like looking
Yeah.
at everything.
It's because then I can watch and not answer any questions and just be happy.
Just watch people unravel unravel at the seams, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I love that. I love not answering people when they really want an answer out of me.
Well, that's a mood.
I'm driven by spite. I don't know how else to explain it.
I mean,
We have a friend like that.
it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Housekeeper, do you have any questions?
Oh yeah. So I a lot of your artwork, you know, when like looking at it through my eyes, it gives like a big like scary stories to tell in the dark type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of like your inspiration when it comes to like the art that you put out?
Maybe. I mean, thinking about it now, as a kid, like, what? Growing up, seeing that original book in the library,
Mhm.
and being like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was a very guttural reaction to the images in the book with the original illustrations, and I was so fascinated by them because they scared me a little bit, but I didn't want to look away, so I kept looking at it. I'd close the book and I'd open it again, look at it, and force myself to look at it and get like desensitized because I wanted to look more at it.
Mhm.
So maybe that art style definitely carried over, especially with like my more recent stuff, because I'm more like okay with referencing things that inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I was like, oh, I need to be original and not create things that people have never seen before and have my own original style, but it didn't really work out because I wasn't happy. So definitely Scary Stories is I don't know if I would even say inspiration as much anymore, but it was it was the stick that got caught in my bicycle wheel that made me fall on the floor, and now because of that I'm not afraid to fall on my bike, and my bike is art. So
Mhm.
it definitely helped a lot.
I love that the wording. Okay. I had the same reaction to seeing those books, by the way.
Yeah, they're God, the art by Stephen Gamble is it's so good,
Mm-hmm.
and his technical skill with, I believe it was charcoal, was crazy. And I remember studying some of it as a kid and just not getting it until like, I don't know, I took art seriously. And I was like, oh boy. That was when I went to college, I think.
Oh, you an art school kid?
Yeah.
Oh, been there.
Mm-hmm.
Torturous.
It was for me also, but at the same time, it was really fun because I was being
True.
forced to do things that I didn't want to do at first. But then learning from it, I was like, okay, this is cool. But then after graduating, I was like, I could have learned this online.
Yeah.
That is the struggle. You're right. I mean, I had the same feeling going through art school. Afterwards, like I could just cool. At least I got a piece of paper.
I don't think I have mine actually. I never got it. I moved away when they were sending them out.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't even have that piece of paper anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh no! All that work.
No.
I have the debt to say that I went, so it's fine.
Oh,
Fair.
Well,
That's fair.
the pain.
That's more than enough. That's like going in and getting alcohol and they see your Blockbuster freaking rewards card on your fucking They're like, you're old enough. We don't need to see an ID. You're old
Oh,
enough.
but-
And you're just all like, kill me now, please.
Exactly. But it's not a lot. I could have been a doctor. I could have had that kind of debt, but I don't have art school debt, which is like, manageable. But like, come on, I don't really want to pay that back.
Yeah.
Period. So okay, so I was scrolling back, and I'm like, I did remember your Twitter posts mentioning a project or something, and I was like, what is this? Salvation.
Oh yeah, it's an idea. I'm doing a comic now.
Oh.
And it is the only way I can sort of delve into this universe with my current knowledge in mediums. I really would like to do 2D animation things and games and novels, basically anything, just so I don't get bored with this idea. But Salvation is, I guess, my love letter to horror in general and everything that's ever inspired me, and a love letter to, I guess, the life I lived. It's weird. It's just a horror project that has a lot of me in it. So it's definitely a passion project, and I don't think I'll ever stop doing it. So it's going to be one of those things that once it's out, hopefully I keep up with it and get better at doing things, because like I never wrote anything before. I've never like made a full comic. It's crazy. Like oh boy, looking back at what I'm doing now, I think I have like the first part of chapter 0 done and it's out there. But part 2 is like 40 pages.
Wow.
And it's so much, but it's not even like delving into anything. It's just an introduction into this universe that I'm building. And from there, it's kind of like, okay, I can do whatever I want now. Because I have like, 25 stories written down in my notes app, just ideas. And it's just going to be this anthology series that has a central theme, and things will be connected later on. And there's already stuff I'm making that is connected to it that will make sense later on. So
it's connected to the red place.
it's connected to everything I do.
Oh,
We love that.
Everything's connected.
Everything is connected. It was always meant to be. It was made this way by design. I just hope people like it.
I love that kind of shit.
I mean, if it's anything like the stuff that you're putting out, as far as like the horror take on religious figures, angels, demons, all these weird creatures and monsters you'd be creating. What is your process? Like, are these, I mean, I'm assuming these are all hand drawings that are altered, but they look so realistic. It's like, what drove you to making artwork in this almost hyper realistic style in some of these?
It's just, I don't know. I'm not satisfied with something looking not real or not believable. And I like playing with that whole skidding on the line of realism, but like still doing some weird stuff, like cartoony-ish stuff, only for the sake of like saving myself time, I guess. But that's what school taught me, is a little bit of that realism I took with me from one of my classes, and applying it to the normal scary art I always did, and like it elevated in it, like, oh man, it jumped me up so many levels of like skill, like combining things from school and like the little tips that I got from teachers. Because my teachers did like my scary art. They thought it was really interesting, and they would give me tips on how to like make it even more realistic looking. And it was just really simple, like do little like glistening dots in the eyes. And now that's kind of like a signature thing that I do, and it adds an immediate like 10 levels of realism just from doing that simple little like little dots of white.
Love.
I
Love
love
that.
I love how whenever you were talking about like adding like the little dots of like light in the eyes, I was looking at like because I'm scrolling through a lot of the artwork and just because like I love looking at it, and the I stopped at the beholder looking one that was it's like let me show you God's love, and it's just like this big old head, and it has like these things flailing out of it, and there's like 20 eyes. And I was looking at it right as you were describing that little detail, and I was like, huh, like I see it now. And now every time I'm scrolling through, I'm seeing that little signature that you put in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
it adds so much depth
it does it
to
because it makes it
anything.
look wet. And just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks
'cause I'm,
tangible.
And
yes.
then it also helps like add to the detail, like if the character doesn't have eyes, like like that little dot is void, so it does put a lot of
Mm-hmm.
detail into there. I like it.
And I'm looking at the one where it shows, let's see, human male question mark in front, kneeling in front of a large neon red cross. It's the salvation there will be miracles here, and the quote was like, thy flesh will worship me if you cannot. And how the top half of his body kind of blooms out in this weird wings like thing with these eyeballs. Oh, so good. And it just, in those little white details, just makes everything pop.
It does. I like making everything look believable, because when I'm doing crazy stuff like this, it's even more, I don't know, scary if
Mhm.
it feels real and tangible, and you can tell the texture of things. It kind of
Mhm.
like freaks you out more. Looking at something that's, I don't know, like very detailed like that.
Yeah. Now, I've been looking at following your work for quite a while, since like 2011, since about 2011, and looking at your works, I love work that references religious imagery or the mythos of like the angels, demons, God, and all that. That housekeeper was the inspiration that made me like, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to do the Abrahamic religions for Tea of the Gods from mythology and go over that like in mythology purposes. Cause I'm like, I want to dive into like the world of these different types of angels and demons and stuff, and the way that from a mythos standpoint of how these things seem angelic, but at the same time, very alien. That kind
Yeah.
of,
I guess when I design angels and stuff like that, I take a lot of inspiration from Lovecraft.
yes.
I like how, in a way, Lovecraft conveys his creatures as innocent, because they don't know what they're doing. They're simply that way.
Yeah.
And the effect they have on people is very similar in my eyes to how a lot of religious things are kind of just nonchalantly talked about, like the crazy stuff in Christianity that I talked about.
Mhm.
And people accept it so easily, and they believe it fully, and they're not like thinking about the the fact that this thing is a unfathomable being. And I love that. I love it so much. And I'm exploring that with Salvation also, that concept of just the effects and acceptance of an otherworldly being that knows it's otherworldly. And it's a lot of like inspiration from like alien stuff and Lovecraft, of course, and obviously Christianity, because of my personal experiences with, you know, that religion. It's so fascinating to me, making angels seem like aliens, that they know what they're doing, they know the effect they have on people, but they do it anyway because it's like, you know, part of a larger plan.
Yeah.
I love the whole cosmic horror twist to it all. So good. God.
It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that God is this cosmic being that is unfathomable and does all these things, and people being afraid because they can't like comprehend this thing that they're seeing.
It
And I
makes
just
sense.
think it's so cool.
Religious horror has to be one of my favorite like takes in horror.
It's fun.
It like controversial opinion, but The fucking Nun is one of my favorite movies.
I love that movie.
I fucking love that movie.
It is
my
fun.
people.
It is so fun. When I watched that movie directly after Skinamarink. I don't like Skinamarink.
Oh my god.
But The Nun, love it.
I
love it.
We actually reviewed Skinamarink too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh, I don't know. It kind of missed its mark, man.
I'm the only one that really kind of liked it.
But, you know, I watched a few theories, one of them including Matt Pat's, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go back and let me rewatch it. After hearing a few of these theories, like, let me rewatch it with those theories in mind and see if I can make sense of what the fuck was just happening.
But The Nun slaps.
But The Nun slaps.
The Nun, if The Nun was directed by Sam Raimi, whatever his name is, I would do a backflip.
Period.
Because it's the same thing. It's just it's nonsense. It's just horror nonsense, and I love that. Like Malignant, same thing.
Love that movie.
Nonsense.
Bad shit insanity.
The last 30 minutes of Malignant were probably the most fun I've had in a horror movie, just because of how absurd it was. Like, yeah, slow burn horror movies are fun. Like, building suspense is cool and all, but give me something. Don't just say "in this house" 3 times, and I don't want to hear a kid go,
"Oh
no," and nothing happens. I hated that. I hated that.
Roast it.
There was a moment in the movie where the mother was like saying, "You should check under the bed, sweetheart," and like there's this really good suspense building of looking under the bed. And that point, I was like, if something happens, great movie. Guess what happened? Nothing.
Nothing. Yep. Nothing.
Fucking happened.
Go, girl.
And
give us
drove
nothing.
me insane. It drove me insane. It's like if, I don't know, somebody was making me a sandwich and they were like, "Here you go." There's nothing in it. Oh, don't worry. I'll go make you a real one. Okay. And I'm like, all right, what a stupid joke. Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, just making a sandwich. And then all right, here's your sandwich. There's nothing in it still.
Oh my God.
It's a bread sandwich.
You mean like the chicken sandwich you ordered and you got lettuce bread?
Yeah.
I saw that post. Honestly, I had to turn off my mic for a minute because I like busted out laughing. I was like, ah!
That's exactly what happened.
Oh my God.
Skinamarink looked great. I love the aesthetic it has. I love the build-up. Everything was so good. I don't need an hour and 40 minutes worth of nothing, though.
Yes.
I feel like...
Dude, I love analog horror, and I actually want to do my own take on analog horror. I've been talking to Zio about it. And I was just like, oh my God, analog horror, that's actually in a form of a movie. And then I watched it, and I was like...
Yeah, I could film a dark room for an hour too, but I'm not like
Yeah, I can form a dark room and like talk off
Damn.
screen. Yeah. I feel so bad. Like, I don't want to talk smack about this director,
Damn.
but I'm just
The
all like,
director,
bro.
hands down, director is very talented. He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, and the fact that he got something like that to blow up, good for him. Please do something though, because I left hungry.
Same, me
That's
too.
why I watched *Malignant*. I was hungry. I wish the movie did something like Lake Mungo, because Lake Mungo, when I saw that, it put like little needles in my brain that I was like, this is so cool. I love this. It was boring, but it did something actually that was so jarring.
So
And I'll never ever be prepared for that jump scare.
So, talking about slow burning movies, I just got to ask one question, because this one left me to where I'm like, oh, fantastic movie, we'll never fucking watch it again.
Oh, here we go.
And it's a very slow burn. I mean, like, it's slow. I think like the last 30 minutes is whenever things really fucking heat up. Speak No Evil.
Never heard of it.
Oh gosh, go watch it.
It's on Shudder.
It's on
Yeah,
Shudder.
it's on Shudder. It's on Shudder.
I mean, like, I've never watched a movie that has made me feel more terrified in my entire life. And
It's-
like honest to God, and like and I don't even like watching like home invasion like scary movies, because it feels so real, because it could be something that happened. This one, so fantastically well done. Like, I have no complaints about it whatsoever. I fucking hate this movie. I refuse to watch it ever again. I watched it once and it's more than enough for me.
See, I love that. I love movies that leave such an impact on
But-
someone. Like I have a friend who jokes about Lake Mungo being such a good movie, and I'm like, let's watch it. He's like, no, I'm good. he gets nightmares, and he stays up all night because that movie just affects him so deeply. Because that jump scare, it's so, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so evil. It's such an evil thing to see. And the concept of everything happening, of like seeing yourself dead, that is so cool. I love that.
Wait,
Lake
what?
Mungo. It's a
Lake-
movie called it's Mungo, or called Lake Mungo.
Yeah, Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo.
I watched that, and controversial opinion. I did not like it.
I hated the documentary part, but it's those last moments of the movie where they find her phone. That, like, as the cut it down to like 15-minute short film.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Tubi.
Great.
Yes, it is.
But that payoff made up for, she walked into the water and we didn't see her ever again for 40 minutes or something. I don't know how long the movie is, but the majority of it was just, them talking about it. And they were like, look, she's in the backyard. And it was okay. It was just a girl standing in backyard. At a certain point, I was just like, okay, well, what's happening in this movie? But that at least I got a payoff that made up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Skinamarink. I wanted something to happen so bad, but all I got was 2006 point and click, a scary flash game girl with no mouth.
Oh my god!
And the coolest part of the movie was just seeing the eyes of the little toy telephone.
Oh, that little cheap jump scare.
Yeah, but nothing happened. I remember drawing something too. And posting it and saying, like, this would be awesome if this happened in Skinamarink. Just for a split second. Just enough to get me like, I got my monster. I can watch the rest of the movie. But I didn't get that. And that's why I'm kind of putting it on myself to make something, I don't know. Like, when it comes to Salvation, I'm putting it on myself to make something that's a decent slow burn,
Mhm.
But you get something. You get a little num num. You get little crumbs at least. Something delicious to keep you going.
Yeah.
And
So
all of my
go,
art is just payoffs. All of it. Like that's all I do. It's just making scary image that would be in movie, and I'm fine with that.
so before we go into scary movies and your favorite scary movie, because that was gonna be the next thing I ask. The crocodile. I'm just
Oh,
gonna come
thank
out
God!
and say it. The crocodile.
I'm so glad that you brought it up because I was going to ask that question. I'm like, please, what was the crocodile?
The crocodile. What?
So
Just what?
So another big inspiration for me was obviously Silent Hill.
Love that.
Okay.
That left a fat steamer on my porch growing up, and it stuck with me so deeply. And Misaharu Ito is definitely a large inspiration for me. Occasionally, some of his stuff, not really a crazy fan of. I just love the textures he does. Everything had a beautiful texture to it in Silent Hill, so like that like drove me crazy. But with the with the crocodile, and for those of you who don't know, it's a very phallic looking creature.
Extremely phallic looking.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
But
Really? Because I swear I posted it.
it was just I think my friend said something. She was like, "You should draw a crocodile," and I was like, "I don't know what that is." But then I knew what it is. I knew what it looked like, so I drew it anyway. And of course, I can't just draw a thing for funsies on my account. That is the one that everyone follows.
Mhm.
So, I think I can get away with like occasional like, there's a penis.
There it is.
Because like I don't want to put it everywhere, but like an occasional tasteful nude creature is it does have that like, ooh, this is real. Ugh. It's got a penis. Ugh. But the crocodile was just fun. That's it. It was just for fun. A lot of the things I do are just for fun.
Some of the comments on this post, though.
That's why I made those images of like a hammer with hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, some of these like you seem to be inspired by like different emotions. Like, do you just like go by whatever you're feeling at the moment, or like
Yeah,
just something like you cultivate, or like how do you?
it's definitely emotional. Everything I do with art, because I don't know, maybe when I was like younger, it was like, oh, I'm so mad at mom, I gotta draw something scary. Definitely art was an outlet for me. Whether or not it's good, I don't know. I haven't gone to therapy yet. I'll find out one day.
Oh,
And if you look at my art, you can probably tell like, oh, he hasn't seen a therapist. But yeah, everything was driven by emotion. But the hammers with the hearts, that was a very in the moment like, ooh, I can't say anything mean on Twitter because I'm being followed by 100,000 people, and you can't just be mean on Twitter. So, and I don't want to be mean either. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I do want to send them a message in the best way possible that, lol, people in Ohio be like, comments, they don't deserve a thumbs up or a heart from me. They deserve an image that I work on for like 5 minutes and laugh really hard because a suitcase and a power saw says so much without saying anything.
I really love the body in the trash bag, and
I was cackling to myself.
I love it. I love that one so much.
It's so special, and the hearts, the aesthetic. Ah, love it.
It's like,
A lot of love.
please let me use this as a reaction image. Like, please.
That's why I posted them. I posted them in very low quality, so I still have the originals. People can't steal it from me.
Oh,
So
bless.
I post them up there. Everyone can use them. They're really fun. Sometimes words aren't enough, and that's why an image of a hammer with hearts is enough to me.
And the drill. The drill's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
the
too.
drill's good. The drill's good. The barrel, that's
Yes.
another good one.
Love the barrel.
I'm very, spicy brained, and it shows through my art and in my shit posts as well.
And
So-
are you a worshiper of Garfield?
Oh my god, no.
Oh my god.
I think that was my first encounter with anything going viral.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I
went
think-
everywhere.
I think
It's to the point where like I get mentioned whenever people do like videos on Garfield or scary Garfield.
Yes.
And I feel bad because I'm not the one who started it at all. I'm not like that. That's all Will Burke, who like kind of did something and it blew up. And I did something afterwards because a friend of mine was just like, hey, you should do something with Scary Garfield. And I was like, what do you mean Scary Garfield? And he showed me Will Burke's art. And I was like, I mean, I could. And I did it. And then apparently it started this whole thing where like everyone was like, oh, Scary Garfield, Scary Garfield. We have a Reddit for Scary Garfield now. And they credit me to like, I don't know, baking the cake that was the ingredients were already there, which is very flattering, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of shitpost art. I don't really know. I don't know how to handle this.
like honestly, I think that's how I got introduced to your art was through Scary
Same.
Garfield.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
I have friends now that are like, yeah, the first time I saw your art was like Scary Garfield.
I think we got introduced through a D&D monster.
Which one?
Did you not make one with the Scary Garfield?
No, I did not.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, no, I have not used Scary Garfield in my D&D game. I've used the only other thing I used that was I've used the Teletubbies, but Omega didn't do the Teletubbies. I don't think he did.
No.
There's I don't see Teletubbies, but I see a oh gosh, what the hell are they called? The Furbies. The
Oh god,
yeah,
not the Furby. Oh no, not the long Furby. I thought about it. Adding a long Furby in my D&D game.
No, please don't. Like the oh god. It's like like you describe that monster, you're just gonna hear me log out. Just like
I mean, I thought about adding Garfield, the spooky Garfield with I'm Eternal John. Thought about it, haven't done it yet. Might though. I don't know.
Garfield I'm not scared of. It's the fucking Furby for me. Don't do it, please.
So, lost the train of thought again. Too excited. What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh man,
if you had to pick one.
I'm really bad at favorites. I'm very, very bad at them. Every time somebody tells me that, I'm like,
top 5?
Oh, I can't even do top 5. But like, if I had to, the only thing I can ever come up with, and it's obviously just because, I don't know, maybe it's because I've watched that movie so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does it count as a horror movie? I don't know if it counts as a horror movie. It's more like I like Seven. Seven's probably one of my
Seven
favorite.
counts.
Seven.
Okay,
counts.
yeah. It's probably my obsession. I've watched that movie 7 times in this month. I've watched it 7 times this month.
Wow.
Just because as a kid when I saw it, it's just sort of muddy in my brain when I was a kid. But I remember being like, I like that movie. Never watched it again. But then it wasn't until like, I don't know, I went up on HBO Max that I was like, huh, I should watch this movie because I remember liking it as a kid, but do I like it now? Love it now. Love it even more because I can actually enjoy it and comprehend everything that's going on.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think I would call it a horror movie, but it's got a lot of stuff in there that's like scary. It's the visuals, the imagery,
I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a bag,
yeah,
In a box.
the box.
yeah. There's a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah.
that is
Yeah,
just
that's a
so-
horror film.
I mean,
and the aesthetic of it too. It's just raining all the time. I love it.
Dark. Yeah.
But I guess if it was like horror movie, like jump scares, scary monsters, Silent Hill movie,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
and it's the best video game film ever, and I'm glad it's longer than an hour and 30 minutes because it deserves to be, and it's really good, and it's
So good.
really good for an interpretation of the first game because the first game story is not right in my opinion. So it's cool, and I'm excited for the second one that's going to come out.
That's the okay. I see what you're doing, but I like Dude Bro Pyramid Head
He's fine.
in the
Not
second
that
one.
bad.
I haven't watched that one.
The second one.
That one. Oh no, I don't
Yeah,
count
that
Revelations
one.
that's existing.
Because
I'm talking about Silent Hill the movie.
2006.
I'm talking about the one that's coming out.
Oh.
Silent Hill 2
Oh.
the movie,
Mm.
not whatever that was.
I mean, it had some fun parts in that one,
The fun part
like
for
the
me
like
was
the hug.
standing up and walking out.
Damn.
And I remember at the end of the movie, they referenced like 3 games, as in like, oh, what if this is gonna happen? next
Downpour. Yeah.
movie? Downpour, 0,
Yeah.
2. Like, come on.
Pick a direction, babe.
Like, I saw the truck driver and I was like, oh, that's the truck driver. And then I saw the bus that was a prison bus. I was like, okay. I do like Silent Hill Downpour though. That's a pretty good game. I like it. It's all I had at the time, so I liked it.
I'm kind of sad that they didn't go through with the PT project.
I'm still mad.
Like, I'm all like, dude, there was so much potential in that, and all the games that that people made that had the same mechanic just didn't hit the way that PT did. You know?
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
PT was really good. I still have it on my PlayStation 4.
Lucky.
It was good, but I was deeply worried about it because I played Metal Gear Solid 5 and I hated it.
Really?
I don't think I'm a fan of Hideo Kojima. So I was worried about it, but I'm sure it would have been fine. I think for what we got, great. I'm more excited for what... Actually, I'm not excited. I'm more worried for everything involving Silent Hill. Just let it die.
I was really hoping for Guillermo del Toro, Kojima, and then also Junji Ito was, I guess, contacted for like some, I guess, character designs or concept stuff for that game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, Junji Ito too. Oh, that would have been amazing.
I know. So I'm like, you're making me depressed. Oh, that's one of the things I was really looking forward to, and it's not coming out ever.
No. But hey, we're getting Silent Hill. What? It's the second one remake?
Yeah.
Remake, second one. It was
I s-
really...
I swear, F better be a visual novel on the Switch or I'm gonna riot.
I don't think it will be.
Don't tell me that because my boyfriend tells me that. I'm like, no, it's the guy that made Higurashi When They Cry and then the Yumeneka When They Cry series and all that. And I'm like, it's the same guy. It's a visual novel. Give it to me on the Switch. Oh gonna write it.
I think it's just going to be heavily story based, which I'm curious of how it's going to turn out because of the Silent Hill lore.
It's the first one in Japan.
First one in Japan takes place in the 1960s. That is
Mm-hmm.
before anything involving Silent Hill happened.
Mm-hmm. I'm real curious to see what they do with it.
Yeah, because this is like predating everything, like the cult, I believe. So it's got to have something to do with the cult. I don't know. I'm excited. I love Japanese horror stuff.
Oh, God,
Well, not all of it, but I like a majority. I like some things from Japanese horror.
Are you a Samara or a not Samara, Sadako or Kayako fan?
Neither.
Ooh.
Queens. Who you stand?
What's that movie? I keep forgetting the name of it. Something the curse. Oh, come on. It is. I literally drew something about it too. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Describe the plot.
There's like a movie documentary guy. He's like the ghosts and spirits. This little girl has like psychic powers. Noroi,
the curse.
Yes, the kid with the fucked up face. Love him. He's great.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the picture now. Oh my god.
Yeah, way better. I love that design. The little flash of his face being all like, I like that.
It makes me think of your art. Like,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Never heard of that one.
It's real fun. I think it's on YouTube for free.
Yeah, it says YouTube Prime Time subscription, Amazon Prime Premium subscription.
It's a fun movie. I like it because it's just really like, I don't know. It's got that like a culty vibe that I like in things.
I shall check it out.
I'm putting that on the list.
Yes. Okay, no. Okay, I've seen this poster. I have not watched it, but I have seen that poster. Movie poster of it. Let me see. What else? What else is there?
Favorite slasher or monster, like iconic monster? It's good.
Oh. I don't know. Something about Halloween.
Yeah.
Michael. Daddy.
It's actually The Shape because he's not Michael
true.
anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Fair. You're right.
And I love that. That's my favorite part about it. Is it's just the shape of a person, and that itself is way more scary than just like it's a guy killing people.
Right.
And all they had to do was just say it was just the shape of a human. He's not even Michael anymore. I love that. I do really like what is that? Oh yeah, the Rob Zombie remake. I like it way more than any of them. Yeah, something about Rob Zombie films that's like the crunchy, crusty, gross like vibe that he has that really makes sense with Halloween as a concept.
Oh, the one movie he made for it? Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the second one it's not real.
Well, he made a second one? Did not know that.
Yeah, no. He
did not know. Wow. It's not like he talked to his dead mother or anything. That was weird.
No, he would never do that.
Never,
especially on a white horse.
Of course, and it's totally not just putting that in there so his wife would have a role or anything. Of course not.
No.
God, that second one was so bad.
Love Rob Zombie, but boy, like that movie 31. Love that. Love the idea of that movie. Just the idea of it.
Yeah. Agreed. Just the idea.
Because that aesthetic of I don't know, crusty Halloween purge. Love that.
Love it.
Do something with that. Somebody else. Anyone else.
Anyone with a pulse or an idea.
Yeah. Anyone.
or no pulse. We'll take a dead director, a living dead, like zombie. Hello.
Exactly.
Thoughts on the latest trilogy?
Do it.
Because I know that the latest trilogy is very, very divided amongst fans. I loved the last one. Halloween Ends. I loved it. Gave my girl a hat.
They should have given us more.
I think I was spoiled on the remake by Rob Zombie because of how that movie felt. And then when I remember watching Halloween, whatever fucking was it, Halloween Rises? I don't even know what the first one's called anymore.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't too stoked about the idea. Because it was pretty obvious that that Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, would just survive through all of them. I haven't seen the last one yet, but I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen, and I don't think I'm going to be satisfied. But it'll fill up some time when I have free time, I'm sure.
I mean, it gives Laurie a happy ending.
I don't want that in a horror movie.
She deserves it after what, 4 decades of torment?
Kill her.
Yeah, no. I love that because it's a horror movie. I don't like happy endings in horror movies. Nobody deserves a happy ending in a horror movie.
Listen, you already heard my complaint whenever we reviewed this movie, because I think we did.
Pretty sure we did.
We did. I am so upset at that outcome. Like, there was so much potential in what was happening, and then it didn't happen. And it made me so mad. It made me so mad. I was like, you teased us. You basically, you edged us and then took it away. And how fucking dare you?
I mean, I was fine with it.
I was not fine. Look, listen, that's the only time where I did not enjoy that type of activity. Okay. So, like, how dare you not give me what I wanted? I know I'm not going to spoil it. Like, how dare you not give me what I wanted? Like, it was a trash decision. Like, that's the only complaint I had about it. Like, you could have done so much with what you were doing, and you didn't fucking do it.
What else? Scream franchise.
I just like Ghostface. That's it.
What? What was that?
I just like Ghostface. That's it. I don't.
Oh,
I'm
I love
really,
Ghostface.
I don't think I'm a fan of the formula that the Scream movies are, because when I go in watching it, I know it's one of the people. I know it's one of their friends. I don't want that. I want Ghostface, and it's probably controversial to say so. I want Ghostface to not be anyone that they know. I want Ghostface to be this, I don't know, especially in the new one. I'm kind of hoping and crossing my fingers that it's like a fanatic of the murders and is like, I don't know any of you guys, but I'm going to kill you. I like that more. As Ghostface as this like unknown entity idea killer than, I'm your friend.
Funny you say that, because Zio just watched it yesterday.
I watched it last night, yeah.
No spoilers.
I'm not going to give no spoilers. But personally, for me, it's my favorite one so far. Like, I like it more than the first one. Because my order is like 6, 5, 1, 4, 3. No, 6. Sorry. 6, 5. I didn't miss 2. It's 6, 5, 1, 2, 4, 3. 2 is one of the best ones. What are you talking about?
You put it near the bottom.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's midway. It's like, it's, if you take out the new sequels, it's like one of the better ones. I mean, they're all, in my opinion, they're all good. But if I had to put them in a scale, I like some more than the others. But no, yeah, 6 is great. The Ghostface in this one's more violent than majority of the other ones. Like he's ballsy.
Nice.
Because Ghostface is. I mean, he, she, he.
They, them, it.
The entity of Ghostface. I want a red Ghostface from Death by Daylight to be in a movie. That mask. I want that. I want that devil mask. So good.
That's one of my favorite killers to play as, to be honest.
What else?
Do you play Dead by Daylight, Omega?
Oh, I'm very toxic. I'm the most toxic killer ever.
Oh, okay, so you're Legion. Got it.
I play Bubba.
Oh, I love Bubba though. I can't be mad at Bubba.
I don't care how many blood points I lose. I will watch you die on the hook.
Okay.
I'm having fun. I'm a villain. I'm supposed to be evil.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah, I like going on making people angry because I'm a murderer. I'm not gonna nod up and down at you and crouch and let you go. No, I'm gonna make you pretend. I'm gonna pretend that you're gonna be able to leave, but I'm not. No.
Got it. So get slippery meats and adrenaline when I'm playing against you. Got it. Got it.
Sounds like we need to play.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to play. Play Kill Your Friends. I love playing Kill
4
Your
survivors and 1 killer.
Yeah.
Period. What else? What's the last thing you've watched? Movie wise?
7.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it, and now my brain's like, if I watch it one more time, I have to watch it 7 more.
Watching it 7 times. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I have to keep it up now because I think it's gonna have a lot of inspiration for. Surprisingly, when I was doing, like what I'm doing right now in Salvation is I'm setting up a character that will be a vehicle for the viewer to experience other the other anthology episodes, quote unquote episodes, like books, whatever. And when I was writing it, I was like this character, inspired by John Constantine, Keanu Reeves' character in that movie specifically. And then subconsciously, I guess, I was writing something that was inspired by 7. And so watching 7, I was like, oh my God, this all makes sense now. I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm trying to do here. I didn't even know it, but now I do know. So watching it definitely kind of fuels me to do more. Because it's a struggle, writing, drawing, inking a comic. It is work. And I am not satisfied with how slow the process is. That's why when I did anything animation wise, it was just tedious. I'm very impatient. And that's why I pump out art because I can't stand the idea of working more than an hour or 2 on a piece because a waste of my time at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
I could be drawing something new.
Bunyip, you've been rather quiet.
I've been letting our guests do all the talking.
Any questions?
I didn't have any prepared.
Great.
Ooh, you're fired.
Well, no one gave me a little reminder like they said they would.
Zio, who is now awfully quiet.
Sorry, roommate.
That's what I assumed. I was like, oop, dealing with that shit again? Got it.
So who's calling me out? What?
Oh.
Well, you see, what had happened was...
You didn't give us a reminder of what we were doing.
Again, life and struggles and stuff.
Look, I'm bad at job interviews. Why would I be any better at asking questions to someone else in an interview?
Because you're the one asking the questions, not answering them.
I would still be terrible at it. Like, why do you want to work here? Oh, shoot, I messed up. Okay, you're hired.
What was your first horror movie? 7?
No,
Oh,
that would have been really cool. No,
that would have been funny.
I think it was Hellraiser. I think my dad showed me Hellraiser
Ah.
when I was like 7.
Mm.
I think my father was the majority of the reason why I'm into horror at all, because he's super into Clive Barker stuff in general. Like, he had,
Gay.
like, those little figurines that Clive Barker came out with Todd McFarlane,
Mhm.
Spawn, all that stuff. Little horror figures, and I was obsessed with them, and I like wanted to play with them because I was like, Dad, you have all these toys, why can't I play with them? And that was the introduction to horror for me, and kind of like the beginning of me being desensitized. And Hellraiser was one of those movies I saw, and I was like, okay, when are the cool like Cenobites coming in?
Oh,
Oh,
Because that's all I cared about. I just wanted to see the Cenobites. I just wanted to see Pinhead. I wanted to see Chatterer. Like, that's all I cared about, because I saw the figures first before I saw the
Mhm.
movie.
have you read the book?
No, I hate reading.
Have you listened to the book?
Oh. Well, now I don't have an excuse. I have not consumed the literature.
have you watched the newest movie?
Love it. Love it way more than the
Same.
first one. Way more than the first.
Same.
They outdid themselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
They nailed it. I love the new Pinhead. It makes way more sense. And I've watched a YouTube video that told me what was in the books
yeah.
Okay.
about Pinhead,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it's more correct, I
Uh-huh.
guess. The
Yes.
androgynous
Yes.
Yes.
visuals are spot on. And I already love androgynous like creatures or anything that's like not specific. So like that really was like, it was tickling that part of my brain that I was like, yes, this is like in my mind what an angel would be like, the androgynous thing. And it was so cool. I love the redesigns, and one of my favorite artists from when I was like in middle school was the person who like did the art. They like did the concept art for it, and it all comes around to my inspirations. And I was really happy with that movie, and it made me really happy seeing something good come out of the Hellraiser series, because those movies are.
After 2, it gets rough.
It gets rough after 1. Let's be quite honest.
Oh, I mean, fair.
It gets rough, and then it gets more rough, and then Deader came out, and that's when I knew that like, okay, I can't put a lot of eggs in this basket anymore.
Well, to be fair, Zio likes to be a lot nicer with his criticisms on movies.
Sometimes,
A
unless
lot
you're
of
my
the
bloody, unless you're my bloody Valentine remake, then I'll roast that shit out of you.
time. Yeah.
I don't like being nice.
Yeah,
I like
he's
being honest.
yeah, he's very like, oh, there's redeeming qualities, and I'm like, where is it?
Yeah.
Show me.
That's only with
Where
certain
is it?
things. It's only with certain movies.
Now,
Most movies.
no,
I mean,
now, mind you, there is a trash movie that I do enjoy.
oh,
And that chairman fucking hates it.
Velocipaster.
It's such a trash movie, but I
Oh,
love
so
every minute of it.
So good.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Velocipaster?
I have not seen Velocipaster,
Please
but I
watch
have
Do
seen
yourself.
it.
Please watch it.
I
Do
have
yourself
seen it
a
on
favor.
Amazon Prime, and that's how I know there's some gold ones on there, because Amazon Prime has a lot of gold ones, like Llamageddon.
Love
Llamageddon.
Llamageddon.
And
What?
on the list.
There was this movie called Furry Nights,
Furry
Elaborate.
Nights?
and I shit you not, Furry Nights, way better than I expected. I like, of course, they half-assed. They went to Walmart to get these furry suits. But the story, the everything that was happening, the girl I was rooting for to survived. I loved it. It was great. I had fun. At first, I was like, "This is gonna be slop," but I was clenching my fists because I was having fun watching this trash movie.
What movie is it called? What was it?
Furry Nights. And when you see the furries, you'll understand why at a first glance it looks like trash.
Oh.
But everything that happens in it is so like classic good slasher movie.
Why is this giving me like that YouTube video of the fucking mascots coming out of the van and beating the fuck out of that dude?
Stop.
Like I'm looking at the screenshot of
It's the poodle for me.
The poodle with like the movable mouth from Walmart.
like
Or like the panda head from Walmart or the dog head from Walmart. Like all of these
Yes.
things are Walmart accessories.
like I've seen this and all I like the thing that popped into my head was that fucking video of that van full of mascots, including like off-brand Mickey Mouse, just beating the hell out of this guy,
Yes.
and all you hear is just like laughing off screen because it's so fucking ridiculous.
And it was a ridiculous film. But I loved it. I didn't hate it. I think if they were tossed like
It's
I don't know,
on Tubi.
couple $1,000, they probably would have made something really cool. Because like the writing was there.
Mm-hmm.
The visuals, you know, whatever $50 can get you, I guess.
I mean,
That's Velocipaster for you then.
like
Yeah, but Amazon Gems.
Amazon Gems.
Like I don't know if like you've seen some of the memes that have been floating around about that, like that movie, but the scene where it says like special effects car on fire is a real screenshot of like that's an actual thing
Yes.
that's in the movie.
Yeah.
I need to see this. Hold on.
Velocipaster car explosion.
So funny because like the scene, he's like, "Hi, mom and dad," and they're standing in front of a car, and then like it goes to him, and then he goes back to where they're supposed to be, and it's just the empty street and special effects car on fire or car explosion.
Wait, I was looking at this like kind of not getting it. I was like, okay, car on fire. What? I got like. I don't get it. Like, is this like a reel? Is someone real?
No, it's
gonna
part
see a
of
car
the
on fire?
movie. It's part of the movie.
It's like they didn't. You just put that in and forgot to put the car explosion.
I was watching this GIF over and over, kind of waiting to see the car, but it never happened.
They're
And now I know why.
They're like, "We'll fix it in post," and then never did. It's so great. Like this,
so good.
This
The
movie.
camera panning over to Frankie Mermaid, who looks like he's betting on a horse.
the guy in the fucking in the confession booth. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
See, that's a movie I aspire to make one day.
good. The
Something
one,
like that.
so I did. There was a lesson to be learned from that movie: is that there's no God in China. There's no God.
And everyone speaks Korean.
The only one. There's one man that's in China that is Korean for some reason. Like he speaks, like he's Chinese, but he speaks Korean. So I was like, I didn't know that was a dialect in China. I know there's 50, like there's like 50 something different dialects. I didn't know Korean was one of them. Like, oh, it's so good. I love this movie. And I can't wait for the second one. I can't wait for the second one. Because they are making the second one.
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
Hey, man.
Trash.
It's junk food and it's the fucking greatest. That was the tastiest junk food for my brain I've ever had in my life.
I wanted to die. Every day since I've watched that movie.
I got it. we have yet to find a movie that's like that for Bunyip, and I don't know if I have a movie where I'm just like, this fucking sucks, and I hated every minute of it.
Because for Mad Chairman, it was Lost Pastor. For me, it was the My Bloody Valentine remake. Yeah, those are the only two. I just gotta wait for everyone else to find a movie that they just fucking despise.
We'll find it.
We'll find it eventually.
Speaking of that, Omega, what's a movie that you just fucking despise?
Good segue.
I may or may not have mentioned it earlier.
Oh, Silent Hill 2?
No.
Oh.
I don't hate it that much. Stinky Rink.
Skinamarink.
Oh,
Skinamarink.
Skinamarink.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
It really upset me. Like, I was ashamed at myself. I was like excited to see it because like I saw it before, like it kind of blew up all over the internet because like I saw something on TikTok about it and I was like, this is gonna be one of the movies that everyone loves. I guess I'll watch it because it was on Tubi for free before it was on Shudder, and I watched it and I waited and waited and waited and then got mad. It was like the stages of grief for me.
Oh
And
no.
it ended with it was just it stayed on the angry part of it
Oh no.
because I feel like I was tricked watching that movie and seeing all these mutuals on Twitter, the horror art mutuals I have that I respect and love their work, talk this movie up. I felt like a loser for hating it. And I had to think about it. I don't care. That movie, I don't like it.
I hope you feel validated with our opinions on this movie because we did not like this movie either.
Well,
There's a lot of people I know that don't like the movie. I watched it with two friends and we were just like, okay. And it was one of those movies that I had to check how long the movie had left.
Yes. Oh my god.
40 minutes in and nothing happened. And there's a lot of people I know that don't like it, but it's just the art mutuals on Twitter that do like it. Then I'm just like, oh, man, I really wish I could see what you guys are seeing in this because, like, y'all sound like you're having a ball watching this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I got blue balled in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted it to be fun, and it's so good at the atmosphere and the build up. It's great. Love it. They put a lot of work into it. Talented director. Speed it up though. I don't care if it's a VFX scary monster text, something. But yeah, I don't like that movie. That movie drove me crazy. I don't know why. I'm sure there's other movies that have like drilled holes in my brain, but that one specifically was just. I got really upset at it.
Understandable. Yeah, I've only seen like I said, like I've watched a few theories that are up on YouTube about it, and then I saw like clips of like different TikToks of them. They're like, this is the scariest movie I've ever seen, and I'm all like, what fucking movies have you watched that you think that?
That's what I was thinking.
I was like, I was just like, bro, like, even I've seen some PG-13 movies that are scarier than this, and I don't understand. Like even the Resident Evil movies are scarier than this movie, and like Resident Evil's not even that fucking scary. Like, what are you watching? It's like, do you just like watch Disney Channel all day, every day, like Nickelodeon? Like, what are you watching?
Halloween Town was really scary.
Oh my god, it was terrifying. The fucking taxi driver was.
Oh yeah, that one part where he wouldn't let go of the kid.
Dude, that fucking nightmares.
I'm telling you, skeletons are scary. I've made this point before on my Twitter before. Skeletons. If a skeleton was standing outside of your house, you would shit bricks. I don't care what goofy, like, it's Sandy, it's just a bag of bones. No, that is a skeleton standing outside of your house. I don't care what you think, say, believe. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh,
Especially if
the
its
skeleton
bones are
war.
still wet with blood and sinew.
Stop it.
It doesn't matter.
Ew.
It doesn't matter what it has on it. Bone dry, red, wet skeleton outside of your house. Just like, I don't know, if you have a window, look outside your window and just
No,
imagine underneath the
I'm
street
sitting
light.
next to a window.
Look outside the window.
No, I'm not going
Imagine
to.
next to the street light a skeleton just
Oh,
standing there.
no, call the
No,
police.
no. What the fuck
And
are the
it's
police
looking,
gonna do?
I don't
Nothing.
know.
what's worse is it looks right at you.
Oh,
You know it doesn't have eyes, but the idea of a skeleton with no like science class like metal poles standing it up, just there. That's awful. That is
ew.
awful.
Bruh, you just gave me like horror flashbacks to like a Halloween year that I had like in high school. Oh my god, that was the
It's
worst.
crazy. It's crazy how overlooked some things are.
When you put
'Cause,
it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of really simple things that are very scary, and I love messing with that kind of stuff because it's like it's overdone, but not done enough at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mannequins.
mannequins. We need to bring them back.
I fucking hate mannequins.
Like the most recent piece I did, I was like, all I have to do is just like say something weird about the mannequin and make it look weirder, and
Yeah.
that's it. It's
Yeah, that's fucking
great.
terrifying. Like that was I was just
Yep.
I'm trying to imagine like being put in that situation to where like a mannequin literally like smiles at me. I would shit bricks. Like I would not be able to sleep ever. I
The
would throw away
wording I
all the dolls
use
I have in my house like bye.
exactly. Yeah, no, it's scary, and I think the language I use is really specific, and I had to be like, okay, it's just a skeleton, like not a skeleton. It's a mannequin. I have to do something with it. It's got to be extra spice on this. So the caption of just it tried to smile at you,
Ugh.
that makes it more scary. And it's so simple. It's so under seasoned, but seasoned just right that it's great.
Look, it's the idea of something that's like it's shaped humanoid esque, right? And it's supposed to be a non animate object, and it fucking moving. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Like armor. Like I hate being in a house. I hate being in a house that has fucking armor in it. And I've been in a house that has like a full fucking set of armor just standing in the fucking
That
hallway.
is
And I hate it.
that is a Scooby Doo jump scare.
Dude, I don't care. I don't care. Like, and like I had to stay in a room, like my door opened up and it was like right there. Like it was like right at the end of the hallway at the like your right handed side. And it was just and it was just standing and I'm all like, I swear to God, if I hear some clanging of some fucking pots outside of my fucking door, I'm jumping out of my window. I don't care if I'm on the second floor. I am jumping out of my window and running as far as my body will let me because I cannot do it because I'm so scared of something actually being in that thing and making it move. Like I can't
You
do
know,
it
simplicity, in my opinion, is scary.
because it's
Just plain
it's the
thing.
overthinking. The people will overthink and make it scarier than what it needs to be. Take from
Yeah,
my
like
example.
yeah, like a suit of armor or a skeleton or a mannequin or a blurry outline of a person in front of you.
Stop it.
It's almost like it's something that's animated, but it's not supposed to move.
Yeah.
Something that breaks the laws that you understand. Like, oh yeah, someone wearing armor is supposed to be able to move, and then like the armor isn't being worn by anyone; it's just moving, and there's no wires, there's no cables, there's nothing making it move. It just seems supernatural. So understandably, you're like, I want to shit a chimney.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just I love simplicity
Yeah.
in horror because it's so short, sweet, and it's I don't know, it plays more with like the base phobias very well. It makes things a lot more scary. Just being I don't know, the sort of primitive fear of something shaped like a person but isn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Or like only showing part of something. Like, here's a face, but you don't know what the rest of it looks like, so your brain tries to fill in the gaps, but it doesn't know what to fill it with.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, you're walking into your kitchen at night, but then around the corner you see a hand pop out and wave at you, but there's
Stop.
nothing
You're like,
there. That's it. You don't see a face. It's just a hand popping out and waving at you. That's it. That's scary. And it's so simple. It's so dumb how simple it is, but it's back to that root of, like, I don't know, human psychology that is scary. And I love that.
Girl. I'd be
So
like, do you
I
plan on
love
paying bills here, Mr. Ghosty?
yeah, I was about to say, it's like, speaking of, dismembered hands waving at you in your house, like, like the idea of ghosts, like, is that, like, do you believe that, like, there's such things as spirits that roam the earth and ghosts and stuff like that?
See, I want to. I've only experienced one thing, and it wasn't really enough to like make me like a super duper believer, but I do
Mhm.
like playing with the idea of like, how would ghosts be real? And then for me it's like, okay, well, what if the fourth dimension is time and the fifth dimension is like the afterlife, and people are stuck in the fourth dimension because ghosts are people that are stuck in a sort of time thing, and that's why, like, oh, the ghost makes the sound of like it being shot because it died by getting shot.
Hmm.
So like, I don't know, I go into more like, what if ghosts are real, but like, how would they be real
Do
in
Mhm.
dimensions?
do you believe, like, when people say that they see ghosts?
I believe people see things, and I think that's more scary
Okay,
because it's like, if it isn't a ghost,
then what is
what
it?
is it?
Okay,
Dun
because
dun dun.
because I was like, oh god, I don't want to say this, and then you'd be like, ah, that's fake. You're lying. Because I grew up seeing ghosts. Like, it's a like, it runs in my family. My mom grew up seeing ghosts. I see ghosts every day, and my son sees ghosts every day. Like, it's a constant thing. So you talking about, like, the dismembered hand, like, waving at you. I've seen, like, a floating head with no eyes looking at me. Like, I woke up to this. Like, I woke up to, like, a floating head with no eyes looking straight at me. And I was so tired, I literally just went, I have no fucking time for you, and rolled over and went back to sleep.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
this was after a full day of, like, marching band. Like, we had two competitions and then a football game. I was dead fucking tired that day. So I was like, I'm not dealing with you today. Good night. And I went back to sleep. I was like, bye.
If I was a ghost, I'd be insulted if people didn't want to pay attention to me.
to be
Period.
to be fair though, they would torment the fuck out of my stepdad. Like, they hated my stepdad with a passion. They tried to push him out, like, a window twice, like the second floor window, and down the stairs. Like, they hated this man. And I was just like, you know what, understandable. Like, but like, I, like, just like right now, like, out of the corner of my eye, like, I saw movement. So I was like, oh, okay, they're saying hi to me today.
You see, I wish I experienced stuff like that, because like, I love the idea of ghosts. I love the idea of it. I've never experienced anything. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was like born into a Christian family and ghosts aren't really a thing. Um, but at the same time, I was raised in, like, my mother's side was Hispanic, so they believed in ghosts, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there was always like this like hint of like, ooh, ghosts are spooky. What if they're real? Never experienced anything, and I would always hear stories about it, and I'm low key jealous because I would love to experience anything like that. I think the only thing I've ever experienced is like, uh, I guess like demonic stuff,
Oh, me too.
specifically demonic,
Me
Oh.
too.
because like ghosts are cute, but they're not like demons,
No,
e-
definitely
evil
not.
spirits.
Yeah. No, me too. The horror flashback to Halloween High School. That's exactly what I saw, was a fucking demon in the middle of the street, and people do not believe me. Like, oh, it was Halloween. They were wearing makeup. And I was like, no motherfucker has half of their body missing that looks like a big chunk of it got bitten out of it. Walking towards you on the street. That's not a normal thing that you see on Halloween. It's like, yeah, you'll see like fake rotten flesh. This dude looked like he was like 7 feet tall, and like there was like a hole cut into him that looked like someone took a chunk out of his body. Like they just nommed him, and he would like turned towards the group that I was with and started walking towards us on this abandoned street. Like there was no one on the street. None of the lights were on. There was like 2 street lights, and he was under one of them. So I was just like, you talking about the skeleton? Like, like at the street light? I was like, oh, um, I
I
hate
wish I
that.
would see a skeleton. I would love to see a skeleton.
I hate that.
And I don't know, maybe that's why I like horror stuff so much, is because I want to experience something really scary,
You want
but
to?
it never happens.
It never happened. You know what? Just we'll take a trip to like the one of the most haunted locations, like in the like wherever like the closest that we can meet in the middle, and then we'll just be like, let's go here, and we'll stay the night there. So hopefully something happens to you.
I'm desperate. I'm desperate because in my mind, I'm the scariest thing walking around at night.
My best friend says the same thing.
That's a cool mindset to have.
That is a great
mean-
mindset to have too.
Have you seen my Twitter? I probably am. Somebody on Twitter was like, I think this Twitter's run by somebody extremely dangerous.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, and it didn't offend me. I was like, oh, okay.
Thank you. I know.
And it's so funny because maybe that's why a lot of my mutuals don't talk to me, because they think I'm scary. But at the same time, I love that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me, I don't know, I feel like I stand out because I'm like spooky. Because I could be drawing, I don't know, horror stuff and be like, I love the world, and look at me reading my book today, guys. I don't do that. I don't talk about my personal life. I just post scary images that are very unhinged, and that's it. I go back to not existing on the internet, and I love that.
Yeah, my Twitter's completely opposite of yours. Don't just ignore my Twitter. Like, just ignore it. It'll annoy the fuck out of you. I promise.
K-pop stan.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But
I mean, New Jeans is pretty good.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you. Oh my god, Zio gets so mad at me because I don't know where I'll just be like, oh my god. And she's like, stop! Please stop it.
Got it.
And I'm like, but it's such a fun dance. Just dance it.
It's really good.
Let's see what else. What scares you? What's one thing you're terrified of?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's boring. I hate that I'm not afraid of something, because maybe I would draw it more, but I nothing really gets under my skin. I guess because like I draw really scary things,
Mhm.
and in my brain I'm like, if I saw this, I probably would be scared, but at the same time I'd be more fascinated if something scary happened to me. I don't know. So nothing really scares me. I think myself, maybe, if anything. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like in my own spicy brain, and I'm like, it's too spicy in here.
It's too spicy.
It's like, maybe I do need to talk to somebody, but not
Probably should talk to
today.
somebody. But if I lose the ability to draw cool things because of that, why would I?
Fair.
You're right. You're right.
I've managed so far. I just, draw really scary things, and then I feel fine.
Okay. Has the horse entered your dream?
No.
Thank God.
don't even have scary dreams. The only dream that I had that I was like kind of scared and was just a recurring dream of like this very vivid staircase in a fancy hotel that had no doors going up the staircase. Every flight was no door, no number, you don't know. You kept going up, and I kept having this dream over and over to the point where everything was so detailed in the dream that I could recreate it in a drawing, which I probably should one day actually. And then one day I like got to the top and then just fell from the railing.
What?
And then I never had the dream again.
Uh,
But no, nothing really scares me. I don't have any phobias. I like bugs. I like spiders. I like rats. I like worms. Maggots are fine. Heights don't bother me. The water's fine. I'm trying to think of anything that I could probably be afraid of. I do have this feeling when I don't think it's a phobia, but it's this uncomfortable feeling. I don't like being outside and looking up because I'm afraid I'll fall up. But that's a really irrational thing that like I can snap myself out of. But that's a weird thing, I guess. I don't know if it's a phobia. I haven't looked it up, but I just don't want to fall up into the sky.
but you might meet God.
Maybe that's what I'm afraid of.
Meeting God.
There being a god.
I mean, you're not.
I'm screwed.
All right, let's open up your
Same.
book.
I'd be going to hell. You know what? I'm fine with that, actually.
I'll hold the elevator door open for you.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in hell who'd be super stoked to see me.
Yeah.
My gay ass would not be. I'd be like, oh my God, the heaven gays. And God's like, no, turn around. You know where to go. Go down the stripper pole down the hell. I might bet.
Stripper pole, you're so stupid.
Little Nas. Hello, he had it correct.
I'll be following. I'll be following him right down too. I'll sing it. I'll sing the song along with him.
Straight up. And honestly, probably a much better time down there anyway. But then the first day, I swear, housekeeper
Where the
did this.
fuck is Nixon? Where is he?
I thought it was Reagan.
Reagan. Yeah, Reagan.
Both of them.
Both of them.
I mean, honestly,
Both of them.
Goofer.
Yeah.
I just want to bitch slap Reagan.
First Reagan. He's the reason why everything's. It's all his fault.
And Bush. Senior.
I'm gonna caption my next piece as it's all Reagan's fault.
Oh, please do.
Oh, I would love that.
Yes.
Then you should listen to a song by Lemon Demon called Reaganomics.
Oh,
Ooh.
I already know plenty about Reaganomics.
not
Please tag us.
Reaganomics.
Please tag us. Please tag us. I want to see it so bad. Wait,
Oh
hold on.
my God.
Is Spook following him, or is it just?
It's
our
a spook
personal?
Twitter. No, it's not. I don't think. I don't know if it is or not. It might be.
I'm gonna change that right now.
Don't do that right now.
Yeah, I had to mark mine as sensitive because I didn't want Twitter to delete me or something.
Fair.
Yeah, that's
Because
fair.
Twitter be doing that.
It does be doing that.
I wouldn't be too upset. I think I would be relieved if anything. Because 106,000 people following me? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I really can't be mean on Twitter.
Sure.
I mean, you could. I'm sure you can get away with it.
Yeah, but I have a bunch of mutuals who probably like nice people. And I like having mutuals because I feel like I'm part of a community. But at the same time, I don't know if I am. But I don't care. I'm happy.
Oh, the God and the devil. Who'd win in a fight?
Me.
Period.
Period. Me.
I was about to say on a scale of 0, 1 to 10, how gay?
I'd say like a 7
Work.
7.
because I'm a top. So
Oh.
that'd be like that's the only reason.
I mean, that's not a.
Also, I play Call of Duty, so that like never mind. I'm like at a 4.
Do you watch Drag
I
Race?
Oh wait, yeah, that balances it out. Okay,
That
never mind.
balances it out.
Yeah.
I watch Dragula
balance-
more than I
That adds
Yes.
adds like 3
do. You know
points
what?
right there.
A solid 7.5 gay.
There we go.
Work.
Okay.
I play Call of Duty while watching RuPaul. So that makes me. Wait, I also find there's some girls who are attractive. I don't know.
I mean, you can still be gay,
out of
and
10.
bi.
It's called the LGBT. Okay, the LGBT.
LGBT.
LGBT big titty.
Well, you threw a
Yes.
P in there, and I was just
100%.
thinking, LGBT, open up.
Present your gay card. Here it is. I renewed it.
It's like the hate crime is coming from inside of
Inside
the
the
closet.
closet.
When does it ever not?
Period.
Period.
God, story of my life.
We know someone like that.
We
Gays are
do.
mean. Gays are mean.
They are.
Gays are mean and vicious.
I'm
Yeah,
all like,
that's why I'm like this on Twitter. I'm gay. Arr.
Grr, arr.
I think some of the most unhinged pieces have gotten a lot of traction are the ones where I just say really gay, unhinged things. Like, femboys are pretty fucking cute, dude. I'd go bananas at a femboy Hooters, and it's a scary face.
We were just talking about that before you joined.
Or my favorite, they would rather top a twink than stop and think.
Those are quotes that you should live by.
Exactly.
dude, I love the one just like, oh gosh, it was just like, I'm beyond that gay shit. I don't know, might delete later.
I love that.
I love doing that stuff.
I love
feel
like the
that's-
creepiest image ever, but then you have quotes like that on it. It's like
I think
work.
that's another signature of mine is I don't think anyone does that. I don't think anyone has fun with their art like that. I see all these artists on Twitter, they're doing really like either like really silly horror stuff or like serious, but I like doing both because that's so funny. I love scary image that says, here, I'll drive my ass down to the local Gumdrop Pussy Center and cut your fucking nose off.
I was just about to read that one out loud.
That's my favorite.
It's so good.
And like,
And then I did a vent piece about the chicken sandwich.
yes. It's just like I ordered a fucking chicken sandwich and I got lettuce bread and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the vent piece says, I should fucking kill you for this shit, but yes, I will accept the $7.56 in DoorDash credits.
Not gonna lie, that picture, like just like with the caption included, that's exactly my feelings on DoorDash and the fucking DoorDash credits. I'm just like, that's a fucking whole ass mood. I want that tattooed on my back.
Like, I love the credits, but I just wanted my chicken sandwich.
I'm honestly a fan of the ones that sort of sound like random nonsense, like this one that has. I'm not sure how to describe this face, but the word she says, butt, pickle, penis, nut, fart, booger.
I love that shit. It's so funny to me. Just doing something so non-serious with horror. It's so funny. I love it. I love doing serious things. I like doing serious, like spooky captions, but the ones that I have a lot of fun on are just the nonsense, like butt pickle wiener.
I want
Nonsense.
nothing more than to see you slip and fall so hard you fart and everyone laughs at you.
It's great.
I'm like,
I love it.
that's a fucking mood too. I love
I see
all that.
those and it makes my day. And I was like, King, live your best life.
I'm really trying.
I will literally buy like some of these as prints and frame them in my fucking office.
I want a shirt.
Dude, I want that Cthulhu shirt so bad. Like, I keep on going back to shop and just like, one day I will get you.
Here's another. No fucking way. Body buried 5 yards from north of the Interstate 590 on ramp with both eyes removed, severed hands. Fried that fucking rice. Shut the fuck up.
Are you telling me that shrimp fried this rice?
That, I don't know why that meme took me out.
Dude,
It took me out.
it did. Dude, that fucking meme is one of my favorites.
There are just some days that my humor is just bottom of the barrel.
Ask the
Just
cherubim.
nonsense.
Ask the cherubim to give you a juicy ass. Yes. No.
I mean, yeah.
God.
Or the demon Malphus asking Ayo pull up in the Hulk machine. It's just nonsense like that I love.
Living. God, this seeing one of those pieces that has those quotes just it makes my it makes my day because it's just so ridiculous and just great. And I'm just like, Liv, you're doing the best in life. Like, I don't know what you're doing right
I'm
now,
letting everyone know.
but you're living.
I'm living. I'm gay. I should probably do one of these pieces. Who I think is going to win season 15? Wait, 16? I don't know what season
We're
Drag Race
on
anymore.
15,
15, right?
15.
Yeah, 15, because I remember RuPaul said something about Sweet 16, and I was like, why didn't you say that for season 16? Whatever.
It's like, how fucking dare you?
I should probably say who I think is going to win.
Yes, who do you think is gonna win?
Marsha.
Oh
Even though I know
no!
she's not gonna win. I know she's not gonna win. Probably next episode she's going home. But hey,
I mean, I'm not gonna give you a spoiler on this week's episode, but
Oh no!
I'm looking at it right now. Oh,
hey,
you
in
know,
my heart, because I think she's very cute and attractive.
fair. I think it's gonna be Sasha, though.
Oh, yeah, probably.
The queen, icon, the legend. Or
I think RuPaul's the way I found out that I was gay.
Ooh.
Because I think I was watching season 4 one time at home on Xfinity on demand,
Mhm.
and then I sat there and I watched the entire season. And I was like, I think I'm gay because I just watched this whole season.
That's the moment watching Drag Race.
Because I remember, like, as a kid, like, I don't know, 10, something like that, I'd watch America's Next Top Model and just be like, yeah, she looks pretty.
Dude, I would get so mad whenever they just butcher their fucking hair for no reason. I was like, what are you doing? She was beautiful. You made her so ugly.
Literally me with my art.
Ugh. I was so angry at it. I was just like, I hate this show. I have to quit. I don't know, man. My uncle told me that him and his late wife used to sit down and watch like RuPaul's Drag Race whenever she was still alive. And I was like, are y'all gay? Like in my head, I was just like, I mean, I heard it's hereditary, but are y'all gay?
I mean, at least you're okay with gay.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
they're not okay with gender just yet, but they're okay with sexuality. So
They're working their way.
Wow,
He's working.
if being
That's why I
gay,
love Dragula.
Dragula's amazing.
Love Dragula.
I love
Love
Dragula.
It's exactly what I wanted. After
Drag
the specific
horror.
winner of season 4 decided to be awful.
Uh-huh.
I wanted more people like that. So Dragula answered that. And I love the mix of horror and gay culture.
Mm.
I feel like gay, like horror and gay culture just kind of go hand in hand at this point.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah. There's a whole
The church
documentary
doesn't
on
like both.
it. Nope.
Wait, what?
It's
The church
ungodly.
doesn't like it. Yeah, the church didn't like it, and that's probably why I liked it so much.
That's probably why a lot of gays like it.
And
It's
if
comforting.
it is,
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say we were talking about being gay is hereditary. I'm like, no, it's not. And then I think back, wait, you can't say that, Zio. Your father's being gay in Florida right now. You can't say that. Your father's gay. Well, shit.
See, I have questions because I don't think anyone else in my family is out.
Well,
Somebody's hiding.
well,
Somebody.
I mean,
One of y'all in the closet.
it's been So like it's been proven that kinks are hereditary as well. So
Stop.
Oh, I don't want to know
I don't want to
that.
know that. No.
yeah.
I hope it skipped a generation because my grandpa did.
No, Grandpappy.
Not grandpa
Not
being
Grandpa.
into that.
Not
Like-
this.
like whenever I found that out, I was just all like, which one of you bitches? Like, I mean, I want to know, but then I don't want to know because like
I have a guess.
there's some shit. There's some shit like I have
That's the-
questions. Like
That's the real scary shit right there.
that's a real scary shit.
I'm gonna bonk all of y'all, going straight to horny jail.
But I'm not
sense.
horny though. I'm just saying, like
It makes sense. Like sometimes I think about the things and I'm like, why do I like that thing? And then it's like I think back and I'm like, well, I didn't watch anything
It's
that activated it like most
first,
people.
that's why.
it's just like, I like you're watching this and it's just like, I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Oh my god. Housekeeper, we should have Omega on 2 bottoms and a top when that gets going.
No, no.
We have a podcast that's in the works. I might cut this part out. We have a podcast that's in the works. It's been in the works for fucking forever because we keep stopping recording it. But it's called 2 bottoms and a top.
And
I'm down.
you mentioned the NSFW podcast that you were offered before. This one is probably not as bad as the other NSFW. Like there's just it's a little bit more adult topics, but we're talking in a more grown up way instead of it being just fucking gross, you know? Like
Yeah, because I don't
Teenage
know what
Boy-
the other one was about.
Yeah.
It was just like because I have a side Twitter and they wanted to interview me and I was looking at their podcast and I asked another mutual of that account that was like, was this podcast cool? And they were like, it was okay, but they only had like female NSFW artists on there. So I was like, whoa, this is weird. I don't know yet.
this feels
Yeah.
like a trap. Like just you telling me
Yeah,
that,
it felt- I was like,
that's kind of sus.
Okay, I don't want to have a horny conversation. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah, like so we lean more towards like one of the topics that we did talk about. It's recorded, it's just not on there. They're like, is this a toy or is this like something like could like that kind of stuff? That was one of the things. But then we also talked about like oh god, there's this one podcast where like it's an Australian podcast where it's just all like things you would hear at a funeral that you or like things that you would hear in the bedroom that you wouldn't want to hear in a funeral or some shit like that.
He's alive.
That is some whose line is anyway shit right there.
Yeah, and dude, it is like the fucking funniest shit, and like I love listening to them fucking like just make up this shit because like I'll be just like because you know people are always on their phone in the bathroom. You'll just hear me just fucking bust out laughing. like in the bathroom, you just hear me like to go like just like scream because of something that they said, and then like you'll just hear just like is everything okay in there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just dying in here. It's fine. I'm good. So like we don't try to like lean like very sexual, but
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm very open about things.
Yeah.
It's just that early on, I was like, I just made this account. I don't know.
That's fair.
Why? It's weird. I don't know. I'm afraid like I'm gonna get caught into something. Like they're gonna be like, what do you think about putting eggs inside of you?
Oh, what?
I don't know if that's how it works for humans.
Oh,
Maybe for wasps.
Well, I mean,
there are things that
Stop.
yeah, we say that for the other podcast.
Don't educate
no.
us. We're
Wrong
not ready.
podcast.
No.
The terror.
like
Find a happy place. Find a happy place.
it's not really a toy. It's more of a tool.
Stop.
Find a happy place.
It's an accessory.
No, okay. They're called Kegel eggs.
Oh my god!
And sometimes you can get a bad dragon that puts them in.
Oh, no. Dead. I'm a corpse. I'm deceased. I'm dying. I'm dead. I've ascended into the heavens. Oof.
You're right, though.
Can't breathe. Oh god.
But I'm down. Not for the egg. Not for the egg. Not for the egg. Not for the egg.
Oh god.
I love how
The podcast.
I'm dying.
I love that you had to like clarify.
Because I thought about it and I realized I didn't wait long enough.
Yeah.
God, I'm crying.
Oh my god. And this is how a conversation with us goes.
Oh my god, Devin. And oh shit. Oh my god, Leo.
Good save. Wow, keep the immersion, babe.
I try.
Oh god.
Oh my god, Zio. Edit that out. Oh my god. And Zio, and since it fucking fits because like the whole premise of it is like, okay, like once we get the Twitter running for that, like people there's gonna be a vote on who they thought was the top in the conversation. So and ironically,
I'm dead.
funny enough, with me, you, and Zio, it would be two bottoms and a top.
Yeah.
So
I'm a corpse. Hi. I'm Zio's corpse. I'm ascended or descended. Whichever.
oh my god, are you the skeleton that's standing underneath the freaking the street lamp that's outside of my window right
you
now?
see, I'm still taking off the meat suit. It's a lot here, so I need a minute.
It's a bit hot. It's a bit hot there.
It's a bit hot. It's a lot of the meat in the meat suit, so I need to kind of squish it out, you know? God. I hate it and love it here.
Anyway.
Wow. What a turn.
I have no idea.
You're talking about gay horror?
Oh yeah,
Gay horror. Gay horror.
Gay horror, gay horror.
Oh, so speaking of gay horror, I've been rereading this one post that you have for a while now.
Oh my god.
And it just makes
fun.
it's like I said, it's ADHD brain. Like this shit is like it's stimming me very well. It's the fuck man wiggle pile man fuck can't believe it fucking wiggle pile piece of shit fuck dude god damn it.
I don't remember that one.
It was posted February 1st, and you have reposted it kind of recently. But like it's like this dude, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's one of your eldritch horror looking things.
I'm gonna have to scroll.
Yeah, and so like just reading that though, it made me think of the fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
That's what a lot of people were saying, and that's kind of the moment I had.
Oh my god!
Fuck man, wiggle pile, fuck, can't believe the fucking wiggle pile man, piece of shit, fuck dude, god damn it, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Yep. Someone put it. This is the only way I can imagine for what it sounds like, and it's the Game Grumps.
Yep.
It's like fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
That I have moments like that a lot by myself.
I love that.
I have a lot of funny little spicy moments, and I really do appreciate them. And it makes me love myself more because I make myself laugh all the time.
Oh.
And I don't care how lame it sounds. I don't care how dumb. I make myself laugh all the time. I love it.
I made gosh, our friend Dylan and our friend Indigo basically groan out loud just by repeating some puns that we heard from The Last of Us.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh god, I was so proud of myself. Because I was just because I did that because like I don't know how the conversation, like the topic of diarrhea, popped up.
Oh,
It's the
Listen, listen, our Wednesday D&D group is so unhinged. I swear the people that walk by the room, like, they're kind of scared of us because of the shit that they've overheard us talking about. I'm amazed that the freaking shop that we play at, the owners, like we're friends with. Like, because they're probably
Don't
just as,
commit us.
yeah, they're like, yes, welcome, you're weird too. Like, because like somehow the conversation of diarrhea popped up, and like in all seriousness, right, like this was like a serious conversation that was happening, and I look at Dylan in the face and I was like, yeah, you know, it's really strange, like it's crazy, I just learned about this. I was like, did you know that diarrhea is hereditary, it's in your DNA? And he was like, what? No way. You know what, I can believe that. And I was like, yeah, because it runs in your genes. And he paused for like a good second, and he was just like, I want to die right now. Like, he was so
God damn it.
he was so angry at the fact that I pulled that freaking pun. And I was just like, I would like to thank The Last of Us for that bout of inspiration. Thank you so much.
Well, now I have to torture somebody with that one now.
Yes, please do. Please do. And then I was like, you want to hear another one? You want to hear another one? And he's like, no. And I was like, you want to know why this scarecrow got an award? And he was just like, oh, God damn it. Why? And I was like, because he was outstanding in his field.
You know, oh my God. No, I just saw the post of you talking about watching season 4 of Drag Race.
Why? When did I talk about that?
Forever ago.
I know, about Swirl too. I'm like, wait.
How far down
oh my
did
God.
you scroll?
I don't know. I'm just like scrolling. I found that one. I'm like, oh, what's this one say? You guys are pretty cute. That doesn't mean I'm gay, right? Or maybe it does. I mean, I did watch season 4 of Drag Race, and I've been watching all of Dracula. Fine, yeah. I guess you can kiss me, even if that makes me gay.
That's
I can't with me.
I don't even know how far down you scrolled because I don't remember doing that. I do that a lot. I just do things like a dog chasing cars, as the Joker say. And I forget I do these things, and I go back and then I find them and I laugh really hard.
I'm super jealous of the pink Lord of the Rings book that you have. I'm so jealous of it.
It's red. I just decided to color it.
Oh, okay.
Change everything because I'm gay.
I was like, that is like the prettiest Lord of the Rings book I've ever fucking seen, and I want it.
It's such a beautiful book. Haven't read 12 pages in.
Oh,
I spent $50-something at Target just to have something.
The first part of the book, honest to God, is a tough read. It's a very tough read.
Yeah, something about Gobbledygook's 11th birthday or something like that, and I just can't. I don't care. I'm gonna skip.
It's not even about that. It's literally like the mundane day-to-day life of a hobbit, and he describes it in such like high detail. And I was like, I do not fucking care.
I'm just gonna write a book one day where I start talking about something that sounds like it's gonna be fantasy, and then I'm just gonna go into nonsense. Because I can ramble for like an hour of just continuous bullshit, and I love it.
Stan.
That's literally us. That's
literally us.
It's every episode. We just ramble on about just complete bullshit.
Then Bunyip, Mad Chairman, trying to rail us in.
I mean, a little bit, unless it's entertaining.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It was like,
Sometimes...
this movie wasn't fun. Can we go off brand a little bit? And then we do, and it's like, keep going.
You're just like,
I'm still trying to find the season 4 of Drag Race thing.
I can't get over the fucking Elf on the Shelf, dude. Like, I can't. Like,
oh, the Elf on the Shelf, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I scrolled past that, and I was just like, no, I have one. It's like, I have a 9-year-old. I have an Elf on the Shelf. I'm going to show him that picture and be like, this is what it turns into whenever you don't behave.
Yeah, that's why I made them. It's specifically for parents to show their kids.
I am your number one fan.
I advocate for scaring your children.
Oh, thank God. I want to.
It works.
I want to show him 2012 and tell him that we survived that. Like, this is
lying to kids.
This is a document. Like I was like, this is this is a mockumentary of exactly what happened in 2012. We survived this. And he's like, what?
Yep, for the entire year.
This happened for the entire year of 2012, like 2 years before you were born. What fucking crazy, right?
God.
Can you show him Dawn of the Planet of the Apes too?
Oh yeah, I will.
God. Oh Lord.
I don't know. He can hardly sit through like a kaiju movie without being scared. So I was just like, you get that shit from your dad. Like, whenever I was like your age, I wanted to like be a fucking. I wanted to be Ghostface for Halloween one year. And I wanted like the mask where like it had like the pump that would hide in your sleeve,
Mhm.
so the
Oh,
blood
yeah,
would
blood.
the blood would go down. And my mom went, no, girls don't wear scary things for Halloween. And I dressed up as Tinkerbell, and I was so angry because I was like, all I wanted to be was Ghostface. And then after that, for 3 years straight, I was a fucking vampire queen. So I was like, okay, well, that's as close as horror as I'm gonna get, I guess. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, well, joke's on you, Mom. I'm not a girl.
Joke's on you, Mom. I'm gay.
I'm gay. I'm homeless. I have AIDS. And I'm new in town.
That's a reference to a comedian?
Yeah, that's a reference to a comedian. I do not have AIDS. I am not homeless, and I am not new in town. But I am gay. So. Credit to John Mulaney, New in Town. It's on Netflix. Like, we are not sponsored by John Mulaney. The laugh.
Like, can you be sponsored by just a single person?
I mean,
No.
you could.
I mean,
And they'd be called a Patreon at that point, or patron.
Or sugar daddy, depends.
Oh yeah,
John
John Mulaney as a sugar daddy.
that'd be something.
That's a goal.
That is a goal.
But if you're out there wanting to sponsor this podcast, Shutter, I'm looking at you. Just come on, please, somebody, anybody.
It's like, please, I'm begging you. I fucking
Like, don't beg it to turn off.
God damn it. Okay, I demand it. I demand no.
You just
God?
call them insulting names until they
God,
give
will
in.
you sponsor us, God? Hello? God.
I can't get over it. I fucking hate you, grandma, bitch.
Whoa!
Hold on. I'm gonna post it in the chat box because I
Oh.
posted the Mark Zuckerberg one.
I can't.
I'm posting the other
Wait,
one.
which
here.
one?
The second one.
God damn it.
It's literally like this like humanoid hanging off the ceiling with like these fucking
Oh
like
my god.
tentacled looking things
Who-
coming out of its mouth, and it's just like, I fucking hate you, grandma, bitch. And I'm like, damn, what did grandma do?
Do you stand by that statement?
Me?
Yeah, you're the one who made the art.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I love my grandma. I just felt like it was appropriate for the drawing to say that.
Is it because of the armchair? Is it because of the armchair it's hanging over?
No,
And the
it's just
artwork?
the voice in my head just decided that was what's going to be done. Like I would say like 60% of the work for any piece is just me drawing it, and the rest is just my brain just pumping out nonsense until something happens.
Do you live close to a Buc-ee's?
No, I only heard of Buc-ee's like a week before that one piece.
Okay, because I was about to be all like, oh my god, like, because just I slit the throat of a Buc-ee's employee, and now he tells me to kill again.
That would happen to me.
No, you want to know what'd be great though? Is that if you do, like, if you, okay.
What are you doing?
No. Listen.
Whoa,
Listen. No. This is like in that scenario of like you killed this Buc-ee's employee, right? And like you don't, you do go kill again. Every time you kill someone, he yells sauce on the board.
God.
Like every time, like you just like slit somebody's throat, he's just like sauce on the board. Which is they yell that like every 5 to 10 minutes in Buc-ee's. I'm not fucking lying to you.
Am I dreaming? What are we doing here?
Sauce on the board, Bucky's.
Sauce on the board, Bucky's. Have you been to Bucky's? I know you don't live far from one.
God.
Have you ever been to a Bucky's? Matt Chairman?
Bucky's is a fucking cesspool.
Look, listen, the nuts. It's about the nuts, okay?
It's about the nuts.
It's always about the nuts.
That should be a caption.
It's all about the
nuts.
It's all about the Bucky's nuts, okay? Like,
It's all about the nuts with you.
I'm dead again. I'm a corpse.
they have what are they? I think they're walnuts. They're like walnuts or I know they have pecans or pecans or however you want to pronounce it. They have like these cinnamon like roasted like pecans, again, however you say, and they're fucking to die for. I would be the Bucky's employee that he kills first. Like
You say that as if I'm a serial killer?
yeah.
There was this funny rumor that I had a bunch of people start.
Oh no.
God, what was it?
That I killed a homeless person in 2016.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
And they went on Twitter like, I can't believe at Omega Black killed a homeless person in 2016. And one of them was a horror mutual of mine. And then other horror mutuals of mine were like, wait, really? And I would just reply with like monkey covering its eyes emoji.
Oh no. Oh no. Your feet don't feed into it.
Oh my God.
Honestly, if that was a rumor about me, I love it. Living for it.
That's giving me that whole fucking Tumblr thing about the lady who would like fucking steal like skeletons and shit and like keep them in her house. And but that was actually real. Like this lady actually fucking did that, and it was like a huge thing in like what Tumblr circa 2016. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God! Why? What are
My
we
life would
doing?
be so interesting if people thought I was an actual serial killer. Evidence is there, except for the bodies, but you know. I mean, the replies I send to people with
no.
hammers, the hacksaw and the suitcase.
I think I chose a great. I think I chose a great guest.
Did we just become best friends?
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is my new favorite episode.
Because honestly, it makes sense. It would make sense. I wouldn't be surprised if I came out as a serial killer. I would have seen it coming.
Didn't we have that conversation, Zio, in the car once? Like like me and you, like we were like, out of our friend group, who's most likely to become like a serial killer?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Indigo, and you're like,
but that's
no.
too obvious.
And then I was like, me. Like, I was like, me, baby.
No, we both looked at we looked at each other. I'm like, us.
So we'd be what? Oh God, what were they called?
The tragedy killer, the tragedy girls.
The tragedy girls. We'd be the tragedy girls.
Great movie, by the way. If you haven't watched it,
10 out of 10 would recommend. Like, you want to know how me and Zio are? That's us. Like,
God.
those two girls right there. That's us.
Wow. Almost 2.5 hours of just awesomeness.
Nonsense. Just nonsense. Oh my God, that's the scarecrow that's outstanding in his field.
I hate it here.
Sorry. Here. I'll post the picture.
I accidentally refreshed my page, so I don't feel like going down anymore.
No, I'm just posting the link so you don't even have to.
Oh my God, it is a scarecrow.
Outstanding in his field.
With barbed wire. And it's in Texas. Love that.
Oh,
Love that for us.
Representation.
I thought I did that one.
You
There's
know,
a lot of stuff I keep forgetting about. God.
well, don't worry. We'll remind you.
Yeah. You do post like a lot of art, and and sometimes like the things that you make would probably get lost in like other things, which is fair.
Like rootin' tootin' cocksucker.
Wait, rewind. Rootin' tootin' what?
Is this
Rootin'
the
tootin'
Oh my
cocksucker.
God.
It's a
I
real
made a
picture.
cowboy.
I don't remember where it is, but it's there.
It's one of them. I did a cowboy, and it's like I'm a cowboy and I'm going to fucking kill you. And then I really like the cowboy design because he was like a vampire cowboy. And then I did another one where it's just this rootin' tootin' cocksucker. I hope I have it.
I love that. I made a good choice.
You literally made a fucking like artwork that talks about how you would be so scared of a skeleton standing in your house, like you would
Exactly,
shit
because
yourself.
I literally thought about that and I tried describing it to somebody and they were like, well, I mean, it's a skeleton. I was like, no. A skeleton. Think of really a skeleton. Like, think about it. Or a dog with a human head.
Oh,
Oh.
Random stuff.
that would be terrifying.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It's the simple shit for me. I found the rootin' tootin' cocksucker.
Post it. I need to see this.
I found him. I found him. Here, hold on. Here we go.
Oh my god.
I think we posted it. We did. We posted the same thing. Rootin' tootin' cocksucker.
And dang tootin'.
Dang tootin'.
I love. I want that on a shirt.
Oh my god! And being in Texas, bitch.
Yeah, that fits so well, actually.
Oh god.
Now I'm just going back and retweeting old art that I really like still.
Get it. God, it's so good.
I swear I saw some art that was like it of a necromorph, and I know like there was one that you retweeted. I wouldn't say reposted, but retweeted. But I swear I've seen you draw one of a necromorph.
Probably have a really long time ago.
Yeah, it was on your Instagram.
Oh yeah, Instagram. That's the older one, for sure.
And I was like, yes, I love me some necromorphs.
So we've been recording for what, almost 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
I'd say that's more than enough time for one episode. Final thoughts from everyone?
I'd say some of your work reminds me of Yames Games.
Games.
All right,
Look him up. It's real good.
Yeah, some of the artwork that he does has some similar qualities, such as the special red background, the text used. It kind of looks like it's from a video game.
Oh, cool.
And especially the image that I think it looks like a head with a bunch of eyes, as many of the pictures are. Excuse me. But it says, like, I tried talking to God, begging him to prove that he loved me. He didn't answer back. Something like that.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that really looks like.
Oh yeah, the
something
more
in Yames
pixely
Games.
stuff. I had a lot of fun with pixel art. So oh, it's the guy who did Growing My Grandpa.
yeah. Matt Sherman,
Yeah.
final thoughts?
Nope.
No.
All right.
I'm pretty.
I think we wore him out.
Thoughts
thought it out.
on head empty.
Housekeeper?
Can we be friends?
Sure.
Yay!
Yay.
I will feel more inclined to speak in your Discord because I'm not gonna be scared anymore. I really won't be like, yeah, hi. Yeah, I had fun.
I mean,
I had fun.
good.
I'm retweeting this no face art because I love that movie.
This was a great first guest. glad I went with my idea. Maybe I should message him to see if he'll be on. Thank God I did.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. I don't regret it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
All right. Any final thoughts? You want to plug yourself? Where to follow you? Where to find you?
I'll let them find me because then it will be God's will that they find me.
Ooh. Work. So, ladies and gentlemen and others, thank you for listening to today's episode as we were joined today with Omega Black Art. Well, if you go back to the art episode, Art Thou, you'll see a link to his stuff will be listed below in that, as well as probably this episode too. Otherwise, if you happen to find him on Twitter,
Twit'em.
The new, better version of Twitter.
Twit'em. If you find him on Twitter, it was destined by God.
Yeah.
Period. So thank you guys for listening to today's episode. Catch us next time as we talk about something else ooky, spooky, and kooky. Until then, bye.
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 God.